Hi everyone, this is Sarita back with Not Your Mama's Fro, the Facebook page. Eventually, I probably will upload these videos that I'm doing now, like on a weekly basis, up to the YouTube channel also. I'm just taking a little bit more time to work on the YouTube channel because I want my first video. I already have the footage, or basically my rant, I should say, and y'all know what I'm talking about when you actually see it. but I just kind of want to look into a few things to make it better before I just, present it to the world. Excuse my laptop in the background. It's making noises and everything because I'm on Facebook right now. But at any rate, tonight, because this is really the focus of Not Your Mama's Fro and the Natural Hair blog and, just what I want to put out there and, with me and my children to put out there in the future. Because, I see a lot of natural hair blogs and sites and groups and whatnot. A lot of the focus is on product. A lot of the focus is on styles, which is wonderful, which is great. I love all of that. But with Not Your Mama's Fro, I really want to come at natural hair from a mindset perspective, from your psyche and how, just not so much things that you use or how your hair's growing out of your scalp, but the mindset that you had to have or need to acquire when you go natural. Because I don't know how many of you, I am a member of the Natural Hair Facebook group. I think there's like 40,000 plus members on it. But, I love, just reading the conversation on that group, even though I don't get to participate all the time. But, I think, but one of the questions that came up on that group recently was about people, because, whenever you're part of any natural hair group, whether it be a forum, a Facebook group, or whatever, you get a lot of people that are rookies, which I myself am a rookie too, so I'm not knocking, judging anybody, because I've only been natural a year and a half now. But sometimes you get people that, they're kind of, they're at a low in their natural hair journey. They're thinking about going back to the creamy crack and all that kind of stuff. And, you get people that, that want to, they basically, so it's kind of like a suicide attempt, but but in this case, it's a creamy crack attempt, really, but they want to go back to the creamy crack. And they're like, oh, I just want to, put this relaxer on my hair so bad, And some people are like, should we really be feeling sorry for these people? Should we help them or whatever the case may be? But my thing is this, because to me, prevention, is worth, as they say, prevention is worth a pound of cure. Before you even think about doing a big chop, you need to make sure you have done all of the research that you can possibly do about going natural. That means looking at YouTube videos. That means going to blogs. That means even if ever, even maybe going as far as buying at least one, whether you get it on your Kindle audiobook, go to the, Barnes & Noble and get it. Get at least one black hair care book and one that addresses natural hair substantially, because knowledge is power, and that's just with anything, not just with going natural with your hair, but anything in life. Knowledge is power. I was just telling my daughter about this last night. But you just can't go into something new and unfamiliar and not have, and not be well informed and not have the information that you need and the tools to succeed to do well. Because with me, even though, and mind you, my big chop, it was more of an impulse. It wasn't even something, I've always spaced out my relaxers, like I've said in the past. But, when I decided to actually do the big chop, it was more impulsive for me than anything. But that being said, before I even did the big chop, I probably spent a year and a half before I even thought about actually going natural, looking at natural hair videos, looking at natural hair blogs. Because one thing that got me curious about going natural was the fact that a lot of the makeup artists, because I do makeup artistry on the side, but a lot of the makeup artists that I admired, that I seen on, blogs and whatnot, a lot of them were natural. A lot of them, like one of my favorites, Danessa Meyer, she has dreads. I'm just trying to think of some other ones others in the makeup community. Deshawn Hatcher, she's a natural. Santara Casamajor, she's a natural. A lot of these, women that I'm like, oh my god, I want to be like them when I grow up, because I just, adored their makeup artistry and so forth. They were, women that had natural hair. And I'm like, and that, being that I admire those women and aspire to be, on the same level of, I guess not on the same level, but the same level of success or whatever as those women. I just really like, oh wow, they're, wow, I want to be there someday. Not necessarily with makeup artistry, but just in life in general. And, just the way they carry themselves was so regal and confident, and just seeing that, just were like, you know what? Maybe, it just really, it kind of leaked into my mind. And then, then that got me more curious about natural hair and stuff like that. But it took me a while to get over the hump of actually taking the scissors to my hair right here and doing my big chop. And that being said, when I did it, I felt like I was well informed going into it. Now, mind you, I didn't know everything about natural hair. I still don't have natural hair mastered now, but I felt like I went to it being well informed. But there is no way that you can pick up these scissors and do a big chop. Well, I should say there's no way, because people are doing this. But I just don't conceivably understand. I can't fathom how some people can just pick up some scissors, knowing nothing about natural hair, no more than what they've seen. No more than what they've seen with someone posting pictures of going natural, and start cutting hair off, and not knowing anything about going natural, not having done any research, just doing a big chop. And then when they get done with the big chop and they see this pile of hair, wondering, okay, where do I go from here? What am I going to do? Do not do that, people. Do not do that. When you go into your natural hair journey or decide or considering it, you need to at least just stop relaxing. Give yourself some time to make sure that's what you want to do before you commit to it. Because one thing I don't like to see is that somebody go into it being uninformed, and then they've already big chopped, and basically they have to wait on the hair to grow back, either that or wig it out, or throw a texturizer on it, whatever. What I don't like to see is people that go into it being not being informed, or being whatever, and then they're lost. They don't know what to do. And, the thing is, and even in that, even when you get to the place where, oh my God, what I'm going to do, I might as well go back to being relaxed. That's what I know. Even when you get to that place, I'm sorry, I had a phone call. But even when you get to that place, that's when you need to be really doing your research on natural hair. That's when you really need to get on Amazon and buy The Science of Black Hair, or Thank God I'm Natural, or the How to Go Natural Without Chopping Your Hair Off. That's when you really need to seek the knowledge. When you're in a desperate place where you feel like you want to go back to the creamy crack, get a book. That's like I said, get a book. Like I said, because there's no, and in this day and time too, there's no, you can't use the excuse that you don't have time to read, because for one, there's audiobooks. You can even go to blogtalkradio.com and type in natural hair and find several radio podcasts about natural hair. So the knowledge is out there. The knowledge is out there. People just have to go out there and get it. And that's really that's just the main thing I wanted to touch on tonight about natural hair. About, the natural hair tip of me. Just, get the knowledge. Get well informed. And, like I said, go to blogs, and stuff. And then, but the thing is, too, don't, at the same time, while you should be seeking information, like I said, I would, the foundation of the information that I would get would be from books. Like I said, the Science of Black Hair, a book like that. YouTube and blogs are great, but at the same time, there is some misinformation out there. A lot, even myself, I'm not a licensed cosmetologist. And a lot of the people that have even the well-known natural hair blogs aren't licensed cosmetologists. So there's just some things that, that we don't know because we haven't been trained to know them. I'm not saying that everyone that's a licensed cosmetologist is an expert on natural hair, because they're not. But there's just some things that you may not know because you haven't been professionally trained. So because of that, there is some misinformation out there. And, but with hair, period, regardless of texture, there are some principles with hair that just applies across the board regardless. And I think The Science of Black Hair, that's a good foundation, a good book for black women to read, or even if you have, if you're mixed ethnicity with natural hair, I think that's a good book to read to really gain some knowledge and better understand your hair, or at least have somewhere to start. And and then another thing is too, your natural hair journey is your own. And, like I've said before, what's more important than a any product you can use, or the hair growing out of your scalp, or what kind of technique you use to manipulate it, style it, whatever, is your mindset. Not what's on your head, but what's in it. And that's what makes a natural. That's what makes a successful natural hair journey. You know, your hair, the products you use, all that stuff. That's only part of it. But your mindset, that's what's the most important, because your mindset will make or break your natural hair journey. Your mindset is what determines whether or not you go back to the creamy crack, or you keep on, you know, keep on going in your natural hair journey. So I just wanted to say that tonight, put that out there. Um, this video is already over 10 minutes. I didn't mean to make it that long, but I just wanted to address that tonight. But I love you all. God bless. Good night. For Not Your Mama's Fro, this is Sarita signing out. Peace.